done, and what we're going to do now is screw it into the side of the vertical panel. I've tried this once already, messed it up, so we're doing it again. So it's just a case of we'll clamp it here in the hope that it won't. I'm doing this bit left-handed, which is never good because I'm very strongly right-handed, but never mind. So now what we need to do is screw the screws. Now the screws I'm using, as I showed you before, I've got four different types here. That's too short, they're too long, so I'm going in the middle. It will be the one that I use. And I'm using a very low torque, so that as soon as it starts, as soon as it cuts out and stalls basically, the screw is in tight enough. Done. Simple as. And then we can add some glue into there and pop the old Ujima flip in as well. But what I want to do before I do any of that bit is get all this done and set and secure. Mark out where we're going to put the bottom rail, and in fact what I should do is get the plans so I know they're over there. Bear with me. Right, so we've got the plans here, and as I say, it's from Woodworking for Me Immortals, and in case you want to see what the actual thing should look like when I've finished, it's that. So we have the easel, which is the part we're doing now, and then that part round there is the other bits that we cut. I just need to get a little bit of like cardboard or something for the base of these to go into. They're going to be 4 inches wide on for the little tray there. So what I want to do now is find out how far down this is going to be, and it's going to be 24 inches. So if we mark 24 inches from where to where, okay, so the working area for it, or pallet, not the pallet, the working area of it is 24 inches down. So if we do that and come down here to 24 inches, as the next piece of wood will sit in here at the top, being 24 inch there. So is this the same thickness? It should be, but it seems there must be a dip in the table. I'm going to have to put something under it. Wasn't thinking of that. I know what I'll do. Here's one I prepared earlier. Let's move everything off the table for a second. And when you're in woodworking mode, I decided off camera to make 1/3 of my Flames of War gaming table, which is just 4x2 piece of MDF with some buttons screwed on the back. I'm going to be making 2 more of those, and one of them I'll show you exactly what I've done, but that's for a different video. This one is for my granddaughter's easel. So we've got our line there for, that's better, and that's where we're making it to. The only problem is now I don't have anywhere to clamp this. So this is going to be fun. Always trying to remove any sharp bits off these before you start off, otherwise you get it right under your fingernail. So let's try again. That seems to have gone on quite easily. And now let's turn this round and shift that box out of the way. And we can get our next piece. There we are. One, two. Now we just need to screw one more bit in, one more or two more screws in on this side, but this is how the frame, one side of the frame is going to look. So all we have to do, as I said, is screw one more side down, and I've got a funny feeling that I'm going to run out of screws.
We have two left.
We have two left. Okay, so I need to get some more screws. Oh joy. One done. And another done. And just to give you some idea, the blackboard thing isn't long enough, so I may have to, I think I will, I'll take these out and raise them.
Okay. But for an idea.
Not for an idea, that, in fact I better do that first of all. Oops. It's either that or look around and see if we can get another blackboard thing. But you know, nobody ever said I was a professional. Nobody at all said I was a professional. I'm making this up following, well, I'm not making it as I go along because I've got plans for it, but I just didn't realise that.
Have you better put that back on?
Yes, always I'm going to.
Okay. Yay.
So I should have done this first of all and put the that should give us enough room to work there. So now what I have to do is screw these back in. One, two, and I'm not worried too much about the holes that we've previously done because I can always put a bit of filler in those. So any mistakes like that you can put filler in and it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Oops. Trying to find somewhere to put that so I don't break it. That's the second board I got. The first board was broke when it was delivered. But there we are. I'll put that back on there now. Turn it over.
Aww.
and you can see roughly how it's going to look. Hopefully this is going to be big enough for her. So all I need to do now is attach, I'll make another one of these, and that's going to be for the magnetic whiteboard, but I need more screws before I can do that. So what do? I'm going to have to wait until tomorrow and get on to Amazon or someone and see if I can get more screws. So that's it for this part of the video. Catch you in the next one. We're on the next part now, and what we're going to be doing is routering out a recess here all the way around the inside of the frame to accept the boards, the blackboard and the whiteboard. Now I've done this one already for the blackboard, that's done and sorted. The whiteboard, I've had a little bit of a surprise with it, that it's got a cardboard inner between the whiteboard and the magnetic surface, and unfortunately it's actually glued together, so there's nothing really I can do about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to router out anyway, and then I'm going to adjust the sizes to suit, because this is a different size to the blackboard. So I'm going to do this a little smaller, shall we say. So if you want to come over, I will show you what I'm doing and watch. I'll do a small part here and then I'll stop and let you get on with it. So protect your ears, this is a bit noisy. Trying to work out how. Let's try it again. I did actually have this clamped down and just knocked it off because I hadn't realised it was fully down. So I'll just start it once more, clamp it up, yeah, just so it's, I've got something to work from because it's a little tricky at the moment. So we'll pull that across to loosen the plunge mechanism. Start it off. Now we'll move that clamp to the back and we'll carry on. And we'll move that clamp to the back and carry on. Okay, so there we are, that's the groove we're cutting out. I'm got to do this side as well, and I've just got a splinter in my hand. Oh dear. So, as you can see, nice clean groove. Now, is it deep enough? That is the question. Let's have a look. Not quite. So it needs to go deeper. So let's get it in here now and pull back a little more. Tie hopefully this will do the job. No, it won't. It can't go deep enough down by the look of it. So it's just going to have to no, that's as far down. Oh no, it isn't. I can take it a little bit further. In fact, I can take it a lot further. That should do it. Let's try this. Okay. I don't mind it being too deep, I just don't want it to be too shallow. So let's try now and see what we have, and that looks perfect. So we'll get cracking and we'll do the rest of this frame, and when they're all done we can come back and I'll show you how I fit them, and then we can start doing the tray that goes around it to, I'm walking over my glasses because I've got my reading glasses on. So we'll get the tray done around it and then get the hinges on, set it up, see how it looks, and then we can give it a sand down, and then all I'm going to do is paint it grey. If the paint is okay that I've got.
Or you paint it grey? Yeah,
I've decided to paint it grey. Right, we've got the frame routed, and I'm standing here with my arms over this, like this. You might see a plaster on my finger. That was because I managed to slice it on this while I was cutting the board down. So, not with a knife, actually on this part. So what we'll do now is slot that in there. Hopefully it fits. I've just tried it, so it should do. It will only go in one way because it's too narrow the other. So we can do that bit apart, we can pop that in there, and then the next step, as you may or may not have gathered, is getting the screws and one, and I'll do this side as well. Oops, slips a little. There we go, that's better. Oh, still slipping, never mind. It will do. This one, that one in, that one in, and finally this one. There we are. And the whiteboard side is done.
Yay!
So that's roughly how it's going to look once it's finished. What we need to do is obviously secure it in. I'll do that later on. Next it's time for the sides, and this is the part where I actually remind myself where the page it is, the plans. and also the end of the masking tape. Put the masking tape on to keep these around where I need them. Keep the wood together rather. Undo that. Well, that masking tape just rips, I don't need to find the end. Bump. So, if I remember rightly, we have that bit there, another bit here, these bits over here, and then oops, those bits go across.
Ah.
So that's how it looks when it's finished. If you stand up you can be able to get a better view of it.
That's okay.
So we need to put the pocket holes in this side, in that side, and then in here as well, and then we can screw these in. It's when we're doing it. But what I need to do first of all is make sure that the pocket holes I need, or the screws that I need for this particular job, are going to be the right size. They should be. I don't know whether I need a short set or not. I think I should be able to get away with it. We'll find out. So, need to get my pocket hole jig out once more. Speaking of the devil.
Sorry, I'm zooming a bit too fast in places. Sorry. I am not a camera person.
So I'll get the pocket hole jig out once more.
But you know what they say? Practice makes perfect, so I might be doing more of this. So, sorry, buckle in, enjoy the ride.
And we say, and we stick with the same size, which is 19. For this I showed you how it works in the first video of putting these together. So put these in. Now we just need to clamp it down and drill all the pieces out. You've seen me do this before, you don't really need to see me do it again, do you? But I'll do one on camera. Should hopefully remind you of what we're doing. I'll just clamp it down to make sure it doesn't move. Try and get it central. That's better. And change from the screw bit to the almost forgot this part.
Oh, hang on. What part's that?
The collar that goes in, so I'll have to just release that for a second. I'll make sure.
I think little man's out.
Well, I'll make sure that the drill bit is going to the right position. There we are. And I'll set the collar to there once more. So here we see it's at the line for 19. Put the collar on, butt up to there. Now all I have to do is just tighten up. Yeah, so I can take that out. Drop the drill bit.
Makes some noise.
Put the Allen key in. Open that a touch more because it is quite a hefty bit. In fact, I'm not going to do that here. I'm going to
So I've got you editing this.
I'll clamp this part down.
I think he needs some more water.
So we'll clamp this down once it's level with the wood. Put up to the wood, and then we'll just put another clamp on just to stop the wood from moving, because as you should know by now if you've followed any of my videos, I'm a bit of a clumsy bugger. So right through, and this side as well. And I need to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more times. So I'm not going to bore you with the details. I'll just get on with it and come back when we're ready to screw everything together. Okay?
And there's how they come out. Oh. So you need to get in with some more water. So we'll see you shortly in a minute.